Hello and welcome back to GT Retro World. Well, today we're going to look at the wonderful world of legal CB radio. Now, the reason I'm doing this is about a month ago, I was approached on a campsite where we were staying, and I had my gear up, obviously, and I popped over and I said, we're thinking about CB radio for like two-way comms between vehicles, towing caravans and whatnot. I thought, good idea, actually. So, and they wanted legal, they didn't want, I mentioned that most of these radios, half illegal, half illegal, should we say. I mean, who's going to pull you up these days? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get down to the legal side of it, and it's what they wanted, so I'm doing this now. And it's worked out quite well, because this weekend is a CB anniversary, so it's 44 years of legal CB, so it's like our UK 2781. So, down to the radios anyway. So as a starter radio, I want to stick my neck out here. If you've never used one before, I think personally myself is a good little handy. Now this is the Thunderpole TX. And like I say, you've seen this reviewed a couple of years ago when I got this, and it's been a great little radio. I use it for more testing purposes now, but it's still all right if you wanted to take it out and have a bit of a chin wag. So like you've got the Thunderpole TX there, which is still available, obviously. Great little radio. And also you've got the President Randy. This is a bit expensive, like really, but it's a nice little set, But as a starter, yeah, a handheld, great, get you started, that's for sure. So here we have the RETEVIS MB63A, and this is like a little multi-norms radio. So this does, we say 80 channels, it does more, but we say 80 channels, and it's AM, FM. So again, another legal radio. This does 4 watts, as does these. This does a bit more than 4 watts actually. But anyway, they're a 4-watt radio, and that's what the legal limit is for AM, FM in the UK. So yeah, good little radio, and that's about 60, 70 pounds, quite reasonable. But I want to put a link to all these in the description, link to purchase, and also a link to my videos I've reviewed in the past, so you can have a little look. So that's a little RETEVIS, which is a nice little set. So that's another good starter one. This is one of my favourite mutter boxes of, for a while now. This set is amazing, especially on AM. So this here, we have the Thunderpole T800, and it's the 10th anniversary version, and it's the Terminator version in my opinion. So again, this is a multi-norms radio. It's 40 UK, 40 mid-band, and it's a 4-watt radio, again, legal, and you plug it straight into your cigarette lighter. Same with this one. So this can be easily set up in minutes. Not only is it small, it's very effective. I like it. I think it's one of the best out there at the moment. Maybe it's just me being a bit nostalgic, but yeah, I like that if you just want something basic. Now, from there on, you can go a bit crazy, really, because kind of a few years ago, SSB was made legal in the UK, so there's not a lot of choice, really. If you want to be... Right, let me just show you one thing for sure. This here is technically not legal, so this is technically a legal radio, right? Even though it's got 40 in there, it does other things and does more power. So it's like 40 watts, this thing, maybe a bit more. So for a start, that is not legal. That's if we're talking legal, yeah? And this is what these guys wanted. So my favourite at the moment is this. This is the Superstar 3900. Now this is a multi-mode radio. So you've got FM, AM, upper sideband, lower sideband. And also it's got your UK 40, which is legal. 4 watts on FM. And 12 watts on SSB, so you're not breaking any laws if that's what you're thinking. Even though I don't know who's coming after you anymore. Anyway, that's beside the point. So this here is one of my favourite radios. Now this is next level up with these things, obviously. There's maybe a bit of a learning curve if you've never had an SSB radio before, but these things are absolutely fantastic. They don't drift, they do nothing wrong at all. Everything they do is just perfectly right in my opinion. They're just quite big. So if you look at, say, the Thunderpole, look at the difference in size. These can be opened up to do a bit more, but if we're talking legalities, we'll stick down that route. So this radio at the moment, I think it's about 170, I'm not too sure. But again, I'll leave my previous reviews in the description, as well as links to these products, to various outlets. But yeah, that's a fantastic radio. I mean, you've got other radios like the McKinley, and also the President. I don't think the new Washington's technically legal, because that outputs about 80 watts. I mean, there's another radio as well out there which I reviewed a few months back, is the JOPIX 900 Pro. Now that's a nice radio. It's in between these two, so it's like AM FM type of thing, but it's got a lot more it's more feature packed, you know. There's other radios out there, but I thought I'd just show you these what I've got here. But on a whole, I think if you're going to start, get yourself a little handy. Maybe just go for something like this little Thunderpole T800. And if you want to go all out, you know, get one of these. I mean, this thing, I love it. It's a great radio. I don't think there's anything out there to compete with this at the moment that's legal, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm trying to think, and I don't think there is really. It's got that retro, nostalgic look, you know, like the 148. So, like I say, you've got those there. Now, we have got one other option. You've got the option of buying a 40-odd-year-old radio. Now, this, for instance, this is my original Uniden Uni-Ace 100. Now, that's over 40-year-old. I was probably at school when I bought that. There you go, so it's that old. Now, this still functions, but any radio of over 40-year-old is going to need a bit of maintenance every now and again. Maybe it's leaky capacitors or anything like that, you know. I mean, to be fair, this thing's still running to original capacitors and it works. But I did notice last time I had it out, a few months ago, it was starting to be a bit buzzy, so this wants a bit of attention. But yeah, so there is the option of going real old school and buying something from the free ads, what you might pick up for 10 or 20 quid or something like that, you know, if you want to do that. But again, you might have a few problems. I think personally, if you're starting out, I would buy something like these type of thing. Little 40 or 80 channel multi-norm radio, should I say. And they work straight off the bat. Plug straight in your cigarette lighter, little antenna on your roof, and away you go. Great for comms between yous who are touring and whatnot, you know. So hopefully that's been a help. Okay, guys, so what I'll do then, I'll leave links to all these radios in the description from when I've reviewed them, and also links to where you can purchase them from if you so desire. Like I say, there's plenty out there at the moment, and most of them are quite reliable. It's just these are probably my pick of the bunch, I suppose, you know, to get you started. So anyway, on to Sunday. So Sunday is the CB radio anniversary over here in the UK. It's 44 years of legal CB, 2781. So most people are going to be congregating around about pound 27, which is 27.86125 on FM. And I'm going to use one of these radios. I might use two. I might use the Superstar and the Thunderpole, and have them both set to one a switch box. Because I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to use a big set. I'm going to use what we're given, you know, a legal radio. May as well, eh? What the hell? So yeah, so basically from 1900 hours or 7 p.m. on Sunday evening, which is the 2nd of November, we'll be having some kind of net, maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm not running it, that's for certain. So I'll have a listen on there and we'll have a shout out. So if you're in the North Yorkshire area, you maybe have we'll have a quick chinwag. I have no idea whether I'm going to be using my call sign for 11 metres or I'm going to use my old handle. Which, by the way, my first handle on the CB radio was Mercury. Yeah. So, yeah, a bit of planetary call sign there, or should I say handle, we used to call them, didn't we? Anyway, guys, that's enough of me nattering, and hopefully it's been useful for anyone, really, especially the guys who we met over on the campsite, which I can't remember your bloody name. So if you managed to subscribe to my channel, leave me a little comment and remind me of your names, and hopefully it's been of some help, and we'll hopefully get you on the air as well, eh? You and your friends. It's probably a good idea, that, isn't it, for touring, having a little mag mount and you can chinwag it along the way. I know you can use a mobile phone, but it's just a bit more interesting, isn't it? A bit more, yeah, a bit interesting. I find it quite good anyway, especially if you're up in the boonies or out like that. You're not going to lose signal like a mobile phone. So yeah, anyway, guys, there's another me nattering about, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thumbs up for the channel wouldn't go miss. Even a thumbs down, we don't care, do we, Harmony? No, she doesn't care. Anyway, catch you later, guys. Bye for now.